to disperse a group of protesters who surrounded the local police station and started throwing rocks and breaking windows. The residents have been marching through the area, voicing their discontent about drug dens. Roads have been blocked with rocks and burning tires, and police vehicles have also come under fire. A lack of proper housing and a lack of electricity have also been raised as concerns.
They are taking our brothers and they are taking our sisters. They are raping them. So we are tired. The thing is, we are busy making a peaceful strike. Then they are starting violating us, which is we are not fighting with them. Why are they shooting us?
They are taking our girls and taking them to Salaright. So we are going there. We are going to fight.
Yeah. What they are doing is against the law. What they are doing against the law, we don't want to see them anymore in South Africa. So they want them to go back where they belong, to Nigeria. This is South Africa. We don't want to see it in Nigeria anymore. Thank you.
Drugs must fall. We don't want drugs
All right, well, let's get more on the situation. Our reporter Hasina Gori is there monitoring things for us. And Hasina, we've seen running battles between police and protesters throughout much of the day. Remind us where you are and what the situation is like. Is it any calmer?
Good afternoon, Natasha. Yes, we're still in the West Rand here in Munsieville, where since the last time we spoke, things have calmed down. Protesters have gathered in little groups, trying to come to some kind of resolution at what exactly is going to be happening from now till 5 o'clock. As you mentioned, we've seen running battles throughout the day between police and protesters, with rocks and stones being thrown and police retaliating with rubber bullets, stun grenades, tear gas, as well as water cannons. But to speak to me more on what exactly sparked this protest and what began this protest action we're seeing today here in Krugersdorp is Ward Councillor for Munsieville, Norman Sedomini. Good afternoon and thank you for talking to us. Can you tell us what began this protest and what sparked you guys taking to the streets saying enough is enough?
Thank you. Good afternoon to the viewers. The reason why there's a protest this afternoon that started early this morning was that a young woman from Kagiso was allegedly abducted by some people. Therefore, community started to mobilize itself because of it was an issue of drugs that the people suspected that she was taken because of people wanted to use her for drug peddling and everything. So the community of Munsieville, Kagiso started to mobilize themselves, and then they said we need to go to Mogale City, particularly in Krugersdorp, an area called Savarite and Krugersdorp West, where there's evidence of people selling drugs, particularly of Nigerian origin. And we also have an issue of the very same people occupying buildings around the city whose ownership is not clear. Some of the buildings are alleged to have been hijacked. Therefore, the community is asking of the municipality to, one, deal with the issue of ownership of those buildings. The owners must take responsibility for their buildings, and whoever is occupying those buildings and they are engaged in illegal activities like selling drugs, prostitution, human trafficking and so on, they must be cleared off the city. Hence the community is meeting today. So they have given the city until 5 o'clock this afternoon to go and lock up most of the buildings that are suspected to be trafficking drugs, prostitution, and all of those activities that are deemed to be illegal. Therefore, the community will await a response by 5 o'clock. They are now giving feedback of the meeting that we had with municipal leadership, and then at 5 o'clock we will give them feedback in terms of what steps has the police and the municipality taken from now until 5 o'clock in trying to assist the situation. Then the community will be informed at 5 o'clock to say what will happen after. Obviously, if by 5 o'clock we are able to achieve that request, it means things will go back to normal from tomorrow, and then within 48 hours we may converge again and give now the community a proper feedback in terms of the plan of both the municipality, the Home Affairs, the police, going forward to say how are we going to deal with issue of documenting, especially people who are undocumented, because of the suspicion is that the people who are undocumented in the country are the ones that are involved in this drug thing. But as well, we know that drug usage, drug peddling, it is also infested in our communities. But the issue here is to say, let's find a way of dealing with the supplier, because if you can cut off the supplier, it means if it cannot be supplied into our township, therefore in our township we will not use the drugs.
Thank you so much. That was the councillor for Mansfield Ward 24 telling us about the reasons behind why they are protesting, but also calling on municipality here, Mogale City, to go and clean up the alleged hijacked buildings in the area. They're giving the municipality till 5 o'clock to clean up these buildings, find the owners and lock it up to ensure that these illegal activities do not continue. They say that if their demands are met, things will go back to normal tomorrow, but if not, they will continue to protest until they are heard. For now, back to you in studio.
Now, thanks so much for that, Hasina Gori, monitoring the situation there in Mogale City. I will take a short